think they even existed until I came out west. Are you serious? I thought they were like made up in these cartoons with the Roadrunner. Oh my god, they keep rolling across the highway. I was like, oh no, there's not one.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Daniel. Thanks for checking back in on my channel. In this episode, we're going to go out to Baldwin Lake. That's that lake that's not always a lake out in the East Valley. After such a wet winter, it filled up at least to the capacity that you can actually take a paddleboard or a kayak out there, which is exactly what we did, just like I did in 2017 and 2019. Come back in time with me and we'll do some comparison shots over the years and in the last few months as it was starting to fill up in 2023, and maybe we'll even see that famous Baldwin Lake monster out there. All right, I'm walking along the banks of the lake, but it's not the lake that you may think it is. It is one of our other lakes. One of our other lakes is Baldwin Lake. And it is also filling up quite efficiently this winter. I should say spring, because today is the first day of spring. There you are, Baldwin. Here we are on the banks of Baldwin Lake, which is sometimes not a lake. Oftentimes, in fact, it is not a lake. With a wood stake right out there, and you cannot even really detect where that was anymore. The water has come up so high, comparatively. I'm going to be taking some more detailed pictures on this date, which is March 13th, 2023. Using landmarks like that rock there and a few bushes like that bush over there, and keep track of it, because I have a feeling this lake is going to come up more than it has come up in years. I'm talking about 10 to 12 or even more years. I think it was about 5 years ago or so I was out, I'm sorry, it wasn't 5 years ago, it was 3 or 4 years ago. Actually, it was paddleboarding out there, accessing it from the bank over there on the east side at a buddy's house, and you can only make it out so far because the water is usually only 1.5 to 2.5 feet deep. So the last time I was here was about 4 or 5 days ago. I'm going to have to double check. but I was going to use this tire that's been there for who knows how long as a landmark. And from what I remember, the water was a good 5 or 6 feet away from that. So man, it has come up a lot since then. I've also been using this rock stack here as a gauge, so to speak. I'll show you what those pictures in comparison are looking like. But another indicator was this jetty right out there. Get up a little higher. So that jetty that's coming out right there, that used to extend right about out in the middle of the screen right now, probably about a good 50 to 60 feet, and it is completely underwater now. Baldwin has really been coming up in the last 2 weeks. Let's go around the highway a little bit more, which is just right up there, and see what it looks like from another angle. Holy moly, it is cold. It was only about a 5-minute walk back to my vehicle, and I am absolutely freezing. Look at how that lake is filling up. And look at this. The water stretches much farther than I've ever seen it, at least in the last 12 or so years. And it keeps going. We haven't even really seen where the edge is yet, which is just around this corner. But still, the last time I was seeing the lake this high was maybe 3 years ago. And I was out paddleboarding on it, but there was no way I was going to get over here. It's much shallower. I mean, it looks pretty deep, but it's definitely not. And another good indicator, it's literally named after the function it performs, is a good old Measure Rock right out there. Boing. That's Measure Rock. It's not there just for the heck of it. Well, who knows? It probably came from way up in the hills sometime a long time ago, but it is out there, and it's a very good indicator as to how much water the lake has in it. And I remember talking to folks who have lived up here since the 60s who said they used to water ski or kayak around that lake. I'm sorry, around that rock, which just is insane. That blows my mind. I've never even seen the water get close to it, but it's getting there. Who knows? By the end of by the end of April, start of May, once the real melt starts, we might have a little bit more water there than we expect, and with luck, might be able to not take a boat around there, but maybe a paddleboard or a kayak. We're on Sawmill Drive right now, watching this flow down, pretty much overwhelming that culvert, and we're right next to the airport. I've actually never seen this little spillway, a little mini spillway, if you will. We must continue down to Baldwin Lake. That looks like a fun lake to paddle. I don't know how I'm gonna film, walk, and carry a board, but we'll try it. Someone cut us a nice path since the last time I was here, and we were able to make it out here with little to no fanfare. Oh, look, we're already right at the bank because the water's so damn high. It's not a drop off like Big Bear though. We gotta actually wade for a while. Did you bring your wading shoes, Brian?
No.
Uh-oh, all right, cold feet. All right, it's pretty shallow here at the start. I feel the fin already catching. So you kinda gotta walk it in here. Got my muck boots. Just hop on the edge here. There we go, look at that. All right, we're not dragging tail or fin, that's a good thing. Hey, here we go. Oh, I'm flipping around. All right, let's put this phone down for a sec. Paddling through ice right here. Oh yeah, look at that. For a 2 foot deep lake, still got a little bit of ice on it. But look at that.
Still pretty shallow.
Yeah. Don't think it's gonna get any deeper than 3 feet out here. Beautiful lake though. Beautiful morning for paddling. He's kicking some butt on his inflatable, his semi-inflatable. He's lived here since '96, and he said he remembers when the lake was so full that it would come up to that upper shelf there, which is amazing. But we've been measuring it as we've been out here, and it's about 2.5 to 3 feet deep at the most, but it is definitely more deep than the last time I was out here. So you can kind of see what's going on with the paddle here. Let's see, maybe this side. Boom, there's the bottom. All right, I gotta start paddling because this wind's blowing me around. Going the wrong way now. Gotta catch up. Well, wind's kind of pushing us back away from where we were going, but it was also getting a little shallow out there. So we're gonna call it a day for now, but good times. Yeah, y'all. Hey everybody, thank you for coming along on another adventure with me. Hope you enjoyed this episode out there on Baldwin Lake, seeing the comparison pictures during this last few months, as well as seeing what it looked like back in 2017 and 2019. Hopefully you can see it while you're up here in Big Bear before it dries up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.